watching yet, but we're basically cutting wheat. And if you look at the window, it's covered in rain. But this field is going for development. I don't own it, I must add. Otherwise, I'd be rich and I wouldn't be bothered about the wheat in the field. But they said that they weren't going to build on it for a few weeks. Anyway, now they want to move in on Monday next week and start putting roads in. And the problem is, it's still full of wheat and it's basically going to rain for the next sort of like 3 or 4 days. So it's not actually going to be dry till next Tuesday. And then even when it's dry on Tuesday, we've still got to cut it. So we're in here now, cutting it. It's currently raining. The moisture has now gone up to 28%. It wasn't that high before, but we had a breeze coming through as well, which was drying any showers off as they were coming. The wind has dropped now and it's just visibly starting to rain. You can't see it much on that window because there's a big overhang from the cab, but you can clearly see on this window and this window how much it is actually raining. The wheat is sticking a little bit in the middle because of the stone trap. It doesn't want to fly across the stone trap because it's so wet. And then behind us, the grain in the tank is basically piling up like a pyramid because it's not flowing very well because it's now got so wet. But we've probably got, 10 acres left. Got a couple of swipes over there to do. And then we've got 7 acres in this corner. So we're going to try keep going and get it done. I was hoping that the rain had stopped and the wind would pick back up again and it had dried off, but it doesn't seem to be doing that. Has anyone watched the video tonight yet, or was the video too early for you to watch before I went live? Someone says halfway through the blog and it came on. I can see that. Someone said about something only combine. I can't really read the comments at the moment because they're so fast and I'm obviously driving and keeping my eye looking forward there. But no, the belts are feeding it perfectly. It's just, like I say, slow in the middle there. Sam's behind me somewhere. You can see the lights in the mirror, can you? No, yeah. He's got one tank full in already, so he's going to top up in a minute. We're obviously now up to 29% moisture. And we've got massive returns on the returns elevator. That's why it's flashing yellow. And if you look down there, if you can see properly. In fact, I'll spin the camera. Wait there, let me spin the camera. That one. So there's the returns elevator there. So if you look, it's full. And that's why that was flashing at me a minute ago. Anyway, we're at the end of the field now. I'm just going to turn around, go to this pass over here. If I can find it. Yeah, see, it's stuck on the middle there because that's the stone trap. So it doesn't really want to fly over that very easily because it's a wet, soggy mess. The water dripping off the roof there as you go around the bend. There's a header trailer just left in the corner of the field, about the middle of the field, should I say. So we've got, a couple of passes left here maybe, and then that corner up there where Sam's parked. We're cutting it quite high so that there's not too much damp material going through it, and we're obviously chopping it because we won't get to bale the straw. Just set in now. Probably going a bit quick. Press auto now as the steering comes on. So just press that button there. And it should steer itself to the right place up there. There we go. I think that's I have to slow down slightly. So just pull the stick back slightly because you can hear the engine growling and the losses, well, not the losses, but the returns elevator now is filling right up to the point where it could jam. So we just need to back off because it can't thrash it very well because the shaft's sticking to the wheat. So I think it might have gone fine. Let's have a look. Might have just stopped raining, but obviously the grain's saturated now and it's now soaking in. If the wind got back up, it probably would blow it off, but maybe not. No, actually, no, it is still raining because I can see it landing on this windscreen now. Some said about, can't believe the cutting, it's going to take some drying. Yeah, that's right, it is going to take some drying, but it's better than losing it to a bulldozer or a digger putting a roadway in. It's amazing how well it feeds considering it's a wet, sticky mess. Returns obviously have gone right up there now, so I need to slow down a little bit. I'm only using 53% engine power though, to be fair. And it's chopping as well and blasting out the back. You've not had any rain yet. It's currently raining. Things have just gone on that you can see them flashing up there. That means that Sam should be heading over in a second now so that I can fill him up. He's obviously can't see him. I'll put my auger out, so I'm going to press that button. You see it? And then the auger is now travelling out. You can see it now just appearing in the mirror. Sam's now realised and he's on his way. I've got the rear view on now, but I'll turn that off so we can see. So we're 65% in the tank. Hope the bear's behind me now. He didn't come out of the trailer well at the farm. It's probably stuck to the floor, to be fair. It only did actually start properly heavily raining about 20 minutes ago. We just had the odd drizzle before, and that's when I got a picture of the rainbow, which you might have seen. And as you know, there he is on the fence. So we're going to turn the auger on with that button there, that yellow one. Now he's underneath. And the tank should start to empty. Now, the trailer's already got some in, if you look. So it's coming out now very quick. So what I'll do is I'll press that button there and put it to half rate. So then it should start in about 6 seconds to slow down and come out at only half the rate. There you go, so it's slowed down now. That makes it a bit easier for him to top the trailers up. The problem is, like Adam had before, because there's rain on the window of the trailer and the window of the tractor and everything's sticking to it and all the dust, he can't really see what's going in the trailer. So he's just having to guess where to drive. But he seems to be managing so far. Got sold out from the combine. Well, it should. Before we were doing about 60 tonne an hour in damp conditions. Now we're down to about 41 tonne an hour. But it's not bad considering it's wet. You can't see, can you? I don't normally open the door when it's on the combine because dust flows in. As soon as it's so wet, there is no dust flowing in. What's the moisture? 30%. So I'm going to put the auger back ever so slightly now because I know he can't see. So hopefully he'll just keep the same position where he's driving it and then I'll fill the trailer with the auger. So I'm swinging the auger back. The tank is getting empty. Nearly at the other end of the field now. A little wet hole there. Just sticking in the tank a little bit because it's wet. There we go. So Sam can now take that back to the yard on the fence, looking nice and clean now it's rained. Off it goes. CB would be handy in these conditions, but you obviously can't do that while you're streaming live on YouTube. That is one of the problems for doing a live video. I never knew I could do a live video till yesterday, but now I know. It's actually really easy to do as well. And I didn't realise as well, no rain in Tenerife, I didn't realise as well that it actually saves them as well. So when I stopped live streaming last night, there was a video there already sort of uploaded that the live stream had saved. Watching from the French Alps, completely dark. Can you please say hello to Thomas Gallagher and Co. in Ireland? Yeah, I can. Hello. See the burnout New Holland today on the motorway, yeah. Oh, for some reason the GPS has just missed that bit there. Something for the birds to eat. Been rolling down since 4. Yeah, it kind of has been raining here since about 4 o'clock as well. But we've just been dodging it. We've been quite lucky because the river's not that far over that way. And it was raining over the hills of Wales, then it was coming towards us. But it was quite high cloud, so we were just catching the tail end of it. Why do you like class combines? Well, look at that. There's not many combines that are combine in this condition. Big up D&J projects. Can you still combine if you close the top of the tank? Yeah, but it reduces the capacity by about half, and then it bleeps at you and doesn't seem to like it. Hello from South Wales. Have you got rain in South Wales? Just getting to the end now. See the new fence they put up to keep people out because it's basically going to be a building site soon. Rain in Northern Ireland the whole week. Yeah, we've not had it that good this week. It's been better than it forecast, but it's still been raining. Why don't you get a class tractor? Resale value is the reason. Right, I could go back down over there, but I'm going to do this bit because then if I totally get stuffed and can't cut anymore, at least I've only got one corner of the field to do. And maybe if they come building or doing the roads, then hopefully that bit will be safe. Because I know they're going to put a gateway in there where that other beacon is there. That's the fast track turning up. And they're going to put a gateway where that tree is over there. So that might be safe, but only 29.2, probably coming down slightly. Harry's made up the live stream before bed. I suppose I need to stop it so the kids can go to bed soon. Do you like New Holland combines? Yeah, they're all right. They don't really have the capacity of class though. What combines did you have before that? We had another class, and then another class, and then before that we had a case actual flow. Yeah, they can build on this bomb hole here. It always floods in the winter. New output boost with the header, definitely. At least 10%, possibly 20%. It's hard exactly to compare unless you had two identical combines with two different headers, but it's just notably a lot easier and more pleasant to drive and push on because it's just so smooth, the flow. Like, I mean, I've been cutting all afternoon in the rain and I've not blocked anything once. Well, not all afternoon. I've been cutting since about 5, half 4, 5 o'clock. I feel better when I cut this little strip here because then all the field from right over there, right across to there, will all be cleared. Oh, Adam's flashing his lights. Don't know why. Unless he knows just screaming. So we emptied into Sam a minute ago. We've already got 45% in the tank again. Our command road today, brackets only says broke. Oh, we had that once. It basically, we could never keep them in. Turned out to be a bush at the bottom of the sieves, causing all the trouble. Nice and dry in Northumberland. There's the fast track there. Adam is watching it on his phone. Look at that. The technology. Oh, you chopping the straw? Yep. That goes to my school. We'll see if he wants to join Young Farmers with you. Oh, you nearly finished for the year. We're not even halfway yet. When you're going to try an X9, I don't think they'll send me one. I don't think they're convinced that it'll compete with a class. How can someone with experience other than... I can't see that. What's that say? How can someone with no experience after then something is forced to at the age of 36 get into farming? I don't know. 36 isn't that old. There's loads of people looking for jobs on farms. When's the bateman coming? When they sort the wheels out. Do you like case tractors? We used to have case tractors, but the dealership wasn't the best. The dealership's probably a bit worse at the moment. Right, so we're at 55%. Adam's alongside. We're going to fold the auger out again. Just finished the daily video. You're live. Morning from New Zealand. Wow. So someone on the other side of the world is watching us cutting this little field. Well, I'll say little field, this 50-acre field of wheat. What horse? What do you mean horse? What's your favourite tractor? Fent, probably 936 or the 724. Any news on the John Deere? No, I think they're still waiting for parts. That's twin rotor. Yeah, I could do with one of them because then you don't have to take the things off to fold up the road. Just watched somebody gave you a shout. Yeah, he did. What's that? Some money worth for field for housing. Yeah, it would be. I don't know. 50 acres for building. Quite a fair bit of money. Try and get Adam live on live as well from the fast track. Have you sprayed the spring crops off? All the messages you pass. My girl says, why I'm because apparently I'm obsessed with watching your YouTube. Is she watching with you? Do you make her watch with you? What percent is it cutting at? 28.8. It's coming down slightly because it's marginally stopped raining and we've got a little bit of breeze. JCB or New Holland, JCB. Whichever valve's again, yeah. Cambridgeshire. Combine pissed down. Combine pissed down the rain. Yeah, well, it did here as well. Tank's now empty again. It takes 65 seconds for dry grain. Probably takes about 65 seconds for half a tank of wet grain. Right, I'm going to fold the tank in, auger in now. That last pass through the middle is done. How can you manage with only one combine? Well, we just can. It helps because we've got really high drying capacity. We had 2 combines last year for a few days because Class lent us a demonstrator. And it took that much logistics to get everyone in order to keep them both running that we didn't really gain much output. If you need to run 2 combines, you basically then need another 4 staff. 1 more to handle it at one end, 2 more to cart and 1 to drive it. So it just stops to be economic. Now, I've missed a little bit there, so I'm just going to loop around and grab it because I'm driving with one hand. Just grab that little bit there. There we go. Right, so all that's cleared now. So I don't know. Probably got like 6 or 7 acres left of this 50-acre block in the corner. So I think now it's not actually got water falling from the sky, we've got a chance of finishing. Such a shame to go off houses. Yeah, it's really good land as well, this. They could have built on my rubbish pit up the road. It's like just pure clay. How are you doing today? 95%. It was probably about 100 until I realised they had to go and combine it at 4 o'clock in the rain. Have you ever thought about sheep grazing winter? Yeah, we have, but we've not got enough fences. Do you ever plant forage crops near you? Not really. Right, where are we now? That's handy. The GPS has picked up early, so I don't need to wazz the steering wheel around while I'm holding my phone at the same time. Would you have Alps grain? Yeah, I would. Bigger grain trailers, maybe. We can't fill them too full as it is at the moment, otherwise we're overloaded on the road. My name's Ollie. It says Ella on your screen. How am I today? 95%. There's Adam there. Hey, it's pretty quick, isn't it? I thought there might be a time delay. Wave, Adam. No, like wave at me. I don't know what he's doing now. Maybe he's on Snapchat. How's the roundabout coming on? Well, it doesn't look like a roundabout still. Can I have a house shout out for the Yellow Wellies campaign? Yeah, you can. It's essential farm safety. And also that's why the lads, even though it was a good sunny day yesterday, went on a first aid course. Can you do a collaborative video with Tom Pemberton? Get him on the combine and me in the milking parlour. Oh, I don't know about me in the milking parlour, but he's definitely going to come and drive the combine. You harvesting down Nether Road? No, we're not. We're in Lower Road. How many acres do we harvest each year? Around 2,000. Try of Ultra. If Adam drives, I can't read it, it's too fast. Have you looked at doing miscounters? Yeah, but it wrecks your drains. It's raining down south. Oh, Jack's on. Who thinks Jack, who does Feel Alive Agri, should do a special limited edition Feel a Vegan t-shirt with green writing on it? Because if he doesn't, I think I might. Or maybe Eat a Vegan, as Adam said. Would I like to drive a John Deere X9? Yeah, possibly. Do you have any AD plans for forage here? No, we don't at all. Let me spin the camera. Or do you want to? What do you want to do? Do you want to see me, or do you want to see the screen? Someone sold their house today. Congratulations! You can buy a new one here next week. Oh, this could be complicated. We've got a telegraph pole in the way, and by the looks of where the divider's running down that tram line over there, I'm going to have to loop round it. Would you put an AD plant in? I've already invested enough recently with solar, biomass and different things like that, so not at the moment. And probably, if I had the money, I would, but I'd only have to do it on borrowed money, and that's probably a step too far at the moment. I should buy land. What's the wheat yielding? Return sensor dirty because of the wet. Saying it's doing 9.10 tonne a hectare, but I think that's now because it's got dirt on the screen. It's not doing too bad, to be honest, but the pigeons are eating quite a bit in the middle. What's the moisture like? 29.2. So wet, wet, wet. How many acres do you have to combine this year? About 2,000, we think. Average working week hours, I don't know, 80, 90, you know. Is all the land local to the farm? Pretty much, yeah. Put it this way, it's that local that two of them are keeping up with me. Mate, who's that? He also looks like you. I am from Trevor, kind of pigeon shooting yet. When are you going to have an open day? I don't know. Maybe in the winter when we're less busy. Right, can you see that black stripe there? That is basically where we've not put fungicide on the wheat. Isn't it amazing what the fungicide does, how clean and healthy it keeps the plants? That just shows you that we need fungicide, otherwise we get diseases and things. So anyone that sort of like thinks that organic's better, there's the proof that it possibly isn't. Right, I'm going to take over from the steering now and steer around that telegraph pole because I don't want to munch my new header. So we're around the telegraph pole now, cut back in, and then we can then turn the GPS back on once we're back on the line. I don't want the GPS thrown a wobble at. So turn auto back on. Off we go. Now, see them wires as well, we've got to watch them because if we put the auger out, we'll catch them and electrocute ourselves. What's the odds the bulldozers don't start next week? Well, to be honest, it's forecast that much rain, they'll make a mess, but they were adamant that they are starting next week. But it's because a different developers bought that piece of land and another piece over there. So there's a big rush now to get their show homes built to obviously try and cash in on the local market before there's too much choice. Rain, yeah, but it is stopping because the window is starting to dry. So what are we up to now? Yeah, we still got loads of returns, but I think that's just because the sensor's dirty. But yeah, they are flying past. 852 people watching. That's bigger than my 12-foot cut, Marcy. We used to have a 10-foot cut Lamerda when I left school. Well, no, the year before I left school, I think, wasn't it? Is that the land bought by Redrow near Finch Farm? Yes. Finch Farm is them lights over there. Right. Now, I need a few hands now because there's no headland at this end. So I need to take over the steering with this hand, hold the phone with the other hand, and then I'm going to lift up with this one and pull back on the joystick because I've not got room before I hit that fence. Right, so I'm going to lift up now, spin the steering real quick. This is so hard with two hands. My contractor's got a 770 on tracks, that's what we used to have. Can you change the Merlot? Why change the Merlot? Don't know what you mean. Would you try JCB? We have loads of times, but we don't have enough weight in the back of them so that they don't do what we want them to do. 902 people. I wonder will we get 1,000 people watching live? Have you ever been to Cumbria? Yeah, I went on holiday there the other week. How's your dad driving the combine? No, he's not driven a combine for a few years now. I think he drove one of the elections one afternoon. Over 1,000 acres down sometimes. We just finished the winter barley. Yeah, you've had it really bad that way. Right, back again. Cutting in. I'm having to do a bit of a shunt here because I've not got enough hands. Should have got Adam in the cab to hold the phone. Right, so we're back in now. Adam's pulling alongside because the beacons are on. But I can't empty because we've got power lines, so don't forget that when you're combining, because you can get a zap off them. Do you own a farm and all the machines? I don't own all the farm because there's a lot of it we rent or contract farm. The machines, yes, kind of, although we do use finance to buy them. Love Island or live combining decisions. Oh, 931 people now. What do you think of the combi header? Well, what do you think? We're cutting 30% wheat there and it's just flying in. Nice and smooth. You can't hear the that you normally get from combines. As Adam was trying to fix it, no. Ira 330 developer. Cashing Ollie. Oh, yeah. Greetings from Denmark. How many acres of grass you got, Ollie? Too many. I don't know, about 50 or 80. No, let me work this out. Yeah, about 80. Right, now, I'm going to have to prop you up while I go around this. While I go around this pole, hold on. I don't know if you can see. I'm just skimming that pole there now. The phone's telling me I've got a low battery as well, so I don't know whether you could all hear that. Right, back on the GPS. Nearly underneath the pylons enough to be able to put the auger out. Do you like Massey's? Not a big fan, but it's only because I've never used one. But I think the cabs are a bit small. Right. So we'll clear the lines now. They're sort of on the right-hand side, so we can put the auger. There we go. Has everyone watched yesterday's video yet? Right, so Adam's already half full, so I'll put the auger on first at full rate, top him up a bit, and then we'll drop it to half rate when we start getting near the top. 956 people watching, or 956, which is a good case. Right, topping him up there now. You can see better on that screen than you can out of that window. I'm sorry, I can't read the comments at the moment because I'm sort of concentrating on about 5 different things. How dry is the grain? It's not. It is 28.7%. But I don't know how accurate that is at this kind of moisture levels. I know it's coming out the tank a lot slower. Anyway, if it's going to rain for the next 4 or 5 days, at least we can be doing something in the yard, maybe drying grain. Right, I'm going to half rate it now. That should light up green. Cuts one of the auger drives out in the tank now, so it's only taken out of one auger. The grain will now come out at half the rate it was. Can't believe we've been live for nearly half an hour. Thought my phone would go well gone flat by now. Do you ever have other sprayers than an abatement? Well, we used to have a Fendt Xylon with a demountable sprayer on it. Why can't you try a Lamborghini? I don't know, we've got a dealer near us. Would you get another Fendt 936? Yes. 977 people watching. Will we hit 1,000? I think when we get to 1,000 watches, I'm going to stop. And then I can just say, I had 1,000 people watching me combining. 973. Ooh, that gone down or up? 967. It's going down. I must be boring. Trailer's getting near full now. You can see better again on there. Another wet patch in the field coming up here. Flooded in the winter. Big hole again. I think it's bomb holes from trying to bomb the railway line over there in the wind. In the war. During the war. There we go. So the front of the trailer's full, but the back's not. So I'm going to try moving the auger to the back and hopefully we'll realise, because we can't communicate because we're both live streaming. There we go. Just filling up there nicely. Oh, we're still in it. Stop. It takes ages to stop this order. There we go. That'll have to do for now. Just a little bit left in the tank. Yeah, he's off. And there's Sam back now to get the next one. Oh, he's getting on. Have to move his biscuits before he sits on them. Try Walker pen as well. Get all that. I don't know whether they're here because I've got my Bluetooth in. It's coming through. You'll have to mute your microphone, your phone. What have we got watching now? 977. I think we're going to finish it because I can't see any more rain clouds, and we've only got now that little bit left. I don't know whether it'll all fit on Sam, you know. I think this is about 4 acres, this corner. You're going to speak, Adam?
Was to go back?
Combine's a mess now. All the dust stuck to it. That's Adam showing you the tank now. Everyone was saying for you to get to see. They want to see you.
I want to see me. See mine.
There he is. Look at that t-shirt. Who wants a t-shirt? With the Texas, I can't see what's that.
Tractor's not fixed.
Is it cold with you? No, I've got the aircon on 21. His tractor is not fixed.
It's not very well.
It's not very well. 988. Will we get to 1,000? Will it say 1K or will it say 1,000? I'll what's it say now? 979. Should have flick that. I think I don't know if you can hear me now, but I think the Bluetooth thing's just gone flat. The aircon. So I'll put it back on charge.
I think it was about 10 seconds delay.
Is there a 10-second delay?
Probably about 10 seconds, yeah.
Alright. Can everyone still hear us because my AirPod's just gone flat?
To read some comments. Hope JD look after Adam. I hope to.
Well, we do. It's not, what is it? You know, someone that prides themselves in the entrance having to fail. 1,005 people.
Oh.
There we go. Look at that.
They've got good audio anyway.
Have they? Right.
55% full.
Why am I steering when I've got GPS? just like that. There we go. That is obviously completely blocked now with chaff and wet stuff stuck to the magic eye that leads to returns. So I now have to look down there, but they are actually improving. So I think because it stopped raining, the grain's dried slightly. I think, no, sorry, the grain's still wet, the chaff's dried, and the chaff's thrashing off better. There's nowhere near as much down there in the returns. You see the returns? Yeah. Down there. And for those who didn't know, that's the printer for printing out the jobs and what the combine's done. And it sounds like a Tesco till. What's Adam's what? Adam, what's the best thing about working for Ollie?
Everything?
The fact he gets paid really well.
Yeah.
The dinners.